Quick PSA, don't buy the X100v. I just wanted to take a couple of minutes to talk about the pricing situation in the X100v market. There's this article that was published on DP Review a couple of days ago that says that Fujifilm Japan has essentially stopped taking new orders for the X100v, which essentially means that they can't keep up with production. Just to talk about the X100v, it's a fairly old camera in terms of, how often cameras are put out these days. Like the last year, it's been really hard to get your hands on a new X100v, which brought its own set of issues. Obviously, with supply and demand, the prices started to go up. You could feel over the past few months the tension building up, with people getting pretty frustrated, not being able to get their hands on one. I don't know when it happened exactly, but some TikTok influencers started to use the X100v. They were bragging about talking about all the right stuff. Easy to use, straight out of camera pictures are amazing. The problem with that is that these videos and these TikToks have stacked up millions of views. Typical social media stuff, people started to buy all the X100s, starting from the S, the T, the F, so the Mark 2, 3, 4, and the V. As I said earlier, the supply and demand situation was already pretty bad for the X100v, and this obviously made it a lot worse, to the point where the prices of these cameras, they've become ridiculous. I've seen people listing their camera for $2,700. I've seen people buy it for $2,400, $2,300, $2,200. In my opinion, if I can give my 2 cents on this, and this is the whole point of this video, I love this camera. This is my daily driver. I have it everywhere. I really like it, but I don't think it's worth paying double the price. If you look at what kind of camera you can get for $2,000 nowadays, you have a lot of options. If you look at Sony, Canon, they have really good options, even full frame options for that price. If you want to stay in the Fujifilm ecosystem for the film simulations or just because you like Fujifilm, better option in my opinion is to get an X-T5, and you can also get a 23mm f2. Fuji has a lens, I think it goes for $500 or something. So for $2,200, $2,300, you can get a really good setup. Of course, the shooting experience is going to be different. You won't have this really small form factor analog camera, but the bang for the buck you get with the X-T5 and a 23mm is much better than overpaying for the X100v. And this is coming from an X100v user and lover. At the end of the day, it's just a camera. If you want to get it and you want to spend $2,500 or whatever amount of money, good for you. You won't be disappointed with the camera. I just feel like the camera is not worth this much. I think the camera, when it was first released, was listed at $1,400, which I think is a good pricing point for this camera. It's high end, so it's definitely going to be a little bit more expensive than all the point and shoot of the other camera brands, but you pay for premium, I guess. But paying more than 1K more than that is just ridiculous for this camera. So yeah, that's about it. I'm out. I'm actually going to get my haircut because we have a podcast recording. We clapped that slate in a couple of days, so I'm gonna look fresh for this, and see you in the next one, guys. Peace.